Hi, it's Mark from Top Local Lead Generation. We're here with business coach John Nieuwenburg. John's based in Vancouver. How are you doing today, John?
I'm terrific. Thanks very much, Mark. How about you?
I'm great. So we're going to talk about 8 ways to know if you have a business or a job. There's 8 ways?
Well, there's 8 that I can think of, and I don't know that we'll cover all 8 today, but I certainly will cover 2 or 3 or thereabouts. You know, so many of us start a business with the idea that, we're going to operate it as a business and we're going to be a business owner, but often there's some tells about whether you're a business owner or, in fact, kind of self-employed. So a couple of them I want to review. So number one, if your business requires that you show up every day, you have a job instead of a business, because what that means is that if you couldn't take a 3-month vacation or operate your business from somewhere down south for 3 months at a time, then yes, you've got a business, or at least you've got an income that's being produced by a business. But in fact, a business by definition, or in the definition that I'm offering you today, is one that can operate without the owner. So that'd be number one. Number two is that if you have to work harder, the more money you earn, then you have a job rather than a business. So, the notion there is that a business ought to be systematized to the point that you can scale and the business grows bigger, but the amount of work that you do doesn't grow bigger. The kind of work you do changes. You go from, being the technician or doing the doing to being more of a manager, and ultimately being more of the CEO or business strategist, and the work you do changes as the business gets bigger. So that'd be a second one I'd offer you. A third one I'd offer you is that a job is a place where your personal reputation impacts the results. A business is a place where the brand is more important than the personality. So Steve Jobs was, a massive personal reputation, but the business, Apple, continues to thrive. We could debate that a little bit, even without Steve Jobs' presence, because the brand is bigger than the person. And so if your business relies more on you than it does on the brand, then you have a job rather than a business. So, in our time together today, I thought I'd offer you 3 of the 8 that I came up with. If you're interested in the 8, I'd invite you to go to my website, go to the blog page, and it's the one with the photo that says problem solver, no challenger too big. If you see that photo, I'd invite you to read that particular blog post. And if what you're interested in is having more of a business than a job, then there's going to be a survey towards the bottom of the blog post. It's a 13-minute survey that'll help you think about whether you have more of a job or more of a business. So my question for you today, Mark, is do you have a job or a business?
Well, I'm going to defer on that one because we're working on turning my job into a business.
It was a hypothetical question.
So if you need some help with turning your job, your pseudo business into a business, the guy to talk to is John Nieuwenburg. He's a business coach here in Vancouver. He works right across North America. You can reach him at his website, w5coaching.com, or email him, john@w5coaching. He's a very wise man. Thanks, John.
My pleasure. Nice to talk to you today.